Some of the students were a bit smarter in their movements and would travel in between trees, making it harder for the beast to catch them. Still, it did nothing to slow down the main beast's body, as it would continue to bulldoze its way through the trees. When Dell had made it past another tree, they had finally come out to an open area. A small vertical wall with vines on could be seen, most likely the side of a mountain. Dell thought about attempting to climb it, but would take some time for them to scale, and the beast would catch up to them by then. The open area was quite large. To the left and right there were two paths, but they were slightly slanted going uphill, and Dell didn't like their chances of outrunning the beast. "We have no choice. We have to turn and fight," Dell shouted. The 40 or so students knew the seriousness of the situation. They turned around facing the forest, which they had just exited from, and prepared their weapons and abilities. A few moments later, and the beast came crashing through, with trees flying off to the side. "If we want to live, I might have to fight with everything I've got," Quinn said. Blood was dripping from the beast's mouth. It was quite a shocking sight for both Fex and Quinn. They also consumed blood, but this wasn't the same. One of the students in could be seen dangling from the side of the beast's mouth, and this was too much, even for them. The vines continued to hover around the beast's side, as if they were alive like snakes, while the main body of the beast charged straight ahead into the students. Like a whip, the vines were used to knock the students who were closest to it. It caused quite a deep cut amongst the student's body that had been hit. They felt like they had been hit with a sword. The attack was so fast and sharp that it even felt like one. Some of the students that saw their friends hurt started to rush towards them. "No, don't!" Dell shouted. Dell had propped his shield up and dug it into the ground while staying behind. His ability wasn't that great, so all he could do was stay at the back, near the mountain wall. "Healers and support-type abilities, come and stay behind me. We don't want you to get hurt," Dell commanded. "Anyone who uses a beast weapon as their main attack, come closer to me now." They did as their teacher told them to. Right now, the element abilities were busy distracting the beast, aiming for the attack against the legs, while other students would try their best to block the vines. The one using beast weapons as their main attack went to Dell while he was placing his hand on each item. "I wonder what he's doing," Quinn thought as he went over to take a closer look. "My ability allows me to double the strength and durability of any beast weapon for a limited time. We need to defeat the beast before time runs out," Quinn overheard Dell said. Hearing this, Quinn too lined up waiting for the teacher. Those who had their equipment improved went to join in the fight with the other students. There was a mixture of people. Some were scared. Some felt like they had no choice but to fight, and a few of them enjoyed the thrill of a fight and couldn't help themselves but join in. Quinn was the last to line up, and eventually it got to his turn. "Boy, there's no point wasting this on you," Dell said. "Will you even get in a fight? Besides, I can only use my ability so many times in a day, it would be a waste on you." These words had angered Quinn. If he was going to use his vampire abilities, he thought he might be able to help out greatly just using his beast weapons. With all the students attacking the beast at once, it would be hard for them to tell where the bulk of the damage had come from. "What about you?" Quinn said. "Why are you allowed to hide back here, while the others are attacking and defending? Is this shield just for show?" "Yeah, you try to be a smart," Dell replied. "As you can see, I'm here protecting all the students behind me." As Quinn looked at the students behind Dell, he could see many of them with fear and shock on their faces. A few even had tears in their eyes as they saw their friends get hurt. "I have to help him," a woman cried as she went running forward, but her friend quickly pulled her back towards their group. "Don't! I know you want to try to save him, but if you get hurt, we can't save anyone," another female replied. Out of all the students in Dell's class, her ability worked more like a buff, increasing the overall strength of a student, but still, it would be better than leaving them out there. About 8 of the students had been attacked by the vine-like whip. It seemed like the beast had stopped eating students while there were many around attacking it. Still, the wounds on these students were quite bad, and the 2 of them were unable to move. After hearing what Dell said, Quinn didn't want to help out, but after seeing the sad look on the faces of the others, he knew he had to do something. "Pio, come!" Quinn shouted as he dashed off towards the fallen students on the ground. "Is he going to try to save them?" a student asked. "No, he's only a level 1. He must just be an idiot." Peter wasn't the only one that was following Quinn. Right now on his other side, Fex was running closely behind him as well. I'll cover you while you do whatever you want to do, but you will owe me one after this, Fex said with a wink. As the three boys got closer to the beast, the vine started to head towards them, slashing out at an incredible speed. The first one was towards Peter, who attempted to grab the vine, but it was just too fast. It had slipped through and sliced the palm of his hands quite deep. As usual, there was no pain, and his hand was already starting to heal. Now on the other side, another vine was coming towards them, and this time it was Fex's turn. Fex was a vampire and was unable to use his ability just like Quinn. However, there was a clear advantage of Fex's ability over others. When using his string ability, it was almost invisible to the human eye. As the vine came towards him, spread both his hands out and slashed it downward, cutting the head of the vine right off. However, just like with Peter, the vine seemed to have an incredible recovery speed, and right now, the head was starting to form out of the cut cells by Fex. Quinn placed his finger into the student's blood around the chest. It was too far away for the other students to see the finer details, and everyone else was busy fighting the beast. Quickly shifting his hand into his mouth, he quickly picked up the student and rushed back to the others. AB blood type consumed, stamina 18. Quinn repeated this process with the other students who had been hit. In total, he managed to save 5 students, and at the same time consume their blood, while the others had been flung away or were too deep fighting in the carnage for Quinn to get the chance to consume their blood. All in all, Quinn had gotten stronger. Strength 23, agility 19, stamina 18, charm 16. Fex didn't let Quinn's strange habits go unnoticed. Even if he did enjoy the taste of blood greatly like some vampires did, to do so in the middle of a battle was a bit crazy. While Quinn was busy looking at his stats and the two by his side were busy dealing with the vines, a third vine had already set its sight on Quinn. When the two had looked at each other, the vine had set its target. It reached out as far as it could to grab onto Quinn, but he wasn't as nimble. He moved back and saw the vine would soon catch up. Just as the vine was about to reach Quinn, its movements suddenly slowed, and Quinn was able to create a distance between the two. He looked around, seeing what possibly could have been the cause. That's when he noticed the strange, ghost-like spear, half of its body inside an elephant. "The spirit spear?" Quinn said confusingly. Upon looking back, he could see Sia had decided to help out by using her spear. Thanks to Sia's spear, the beast had slowed down just enough for Quinn to move out of the way, avoiding the vine whip. Fex and Peter had also now resorted to dodging after they found out the incredible growth speed of the vines. However, the fact that the beast was slowed down didn't go unnoticed. A second spear was thrown and had landed in the same spot on the beast's legs. The effect of 2 spears had stacked, and now the beast was 20% slower than it usually would have been, and also 20% weaker. The students took advantage of this temporary weakness. Their attacks, which were bouncing off the beast, are now damaging it, and the vines that were troubling slowed down.
Hi, Quinn here. Wondering what happens next? If you want to jump the queue and unleash all episodes, click on the link here and install the Pocket FM app.